Mm.
Geatrum says. Vamos a ello. Geatrum says.
Te corto.
Whitebug says.
Hola, yo voy. Abierto gatos.
Geatrum says.
Buenas, Stevens.
Hola. Geatrum says. Buenas.
Says.
Buenas,
Terracrick says. Yeah.
buenas tardes.
Isan Delphin says. Nas. Taracrick says. Yay.
Datos. Sería robar, así que no te graba. Buenos alumnos.
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to...
Mara Brudnyok says, Ayep.
Edgewater, jewel of the Vale. May the law bless our beloved cannery with 100 years of, what's it called? Productivity. That's the one. Yep, that's us. Productive. I am in no condition to do any work. Not so long as my injuries trouble me. Yep. Got my mitt stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on Zero G Brew. After the second bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional. Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like surgery, but for your hair.
You read the latest report?
I don't know you. We don't welcome trouble. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you? Coming right up. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. We'll get you mostly drunk at half the price. Spacer's Choice. Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Top... You want to talk to Mr. Thompson? Try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery. It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that. Go ahead. I don't see... You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself. What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the... Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you gonna pay your... Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. They did. They gave me a lot. What's wrong with that? It's good, honest work. Pots and pans don't scrub themselves. Unless you're in Byzantium. I hear everything's automated there. Not that I'll ever find out. Not so fast. I told you about my life, so... What's there to figure out? Stands to reason you work for a... You're one of those freelancers, then? Well... Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want... Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a... Anyhow, my... Let me make something clear. Spacer's choice has been... I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got... Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That... There you go with that thinking again.
No.
I've said enough. People, they want...
Just gotta keep our heads up.
Sorry, I've got a lot to do.
Huh?
Just gotta...
Hey.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking in... You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound to my... Wait! No! Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I... And become the town pariah? Huh? There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in. Now... You what? Does it feel good? You really are a Pete. So... Please, wander... Please, wander...
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it. We should keep our voices down.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town? I've never seen you before, and there's been no paperwork indicating a transfer. Half the time it's... Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Oh, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town. Yes it is. But I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands. The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's... You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion... We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing... Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will... Well, first there's the matter of the secret blood rites and animal sacrifices. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics... The order of scientific... Mock me... Whoa. Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering... Marauders are about. Though if you... One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, my retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. What? No! I don't want to burn it! I would never... I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such a... It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, It's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it. Thank you.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you. Talking to the good vicar all... Always lifts my spirits.
Got my sights on you. You some sort of freelancer? you're safer inside the walls.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Foreman Granger, mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Some sort of freelancer?
Miss Holcomb, I need you to explain this yes. The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. Oh yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know. If you could see your way to getting up... Go. It is my job to keep two eyes. I wish... Yes, as when I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what... We are all part of this... I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26... When you get to my... I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from her... Times change. People change. This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is... Go ahead. That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk... I admit the fault was mine. Nature is... Yes, we have... Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna. Ever since Adelaide left, we have... Go ahead. Adelaide... Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by. You mean you don't know? Why, Monarch, of course. Spacers, as it so turns out, Saltuna do not take as readily to the waters of Terra 2. Scrawnier than their Monarch cousins. Forces us to pack our cans with additives, you see. Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. Go. Can we not? Talking about... That I cannot say. There was no moment when the... But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become... Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a... If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick,
Don't make me report you to Mr. Thompson.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk?
Got my sights on you.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside. It's just an idea. Books are for rich folk. Thanks, man. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways. Yeah, huh? That's on account of how I never met her. I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. Could be. Reckon I'll never know. Yeah, huh? Something you need?
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean. Where are we headed? You mean about the mission? I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by... The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a... Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better.
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Ah, Miss Holcomb. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
This here's Vicar DeSoto. He's always offering spirit...
Thank you for the kind assessment, Miss Holcomb. I admit, I've been Please, get it. A religious text deemed heretical by the OSI is an unsafe object at large. Though I understand, because I'm also a collector of books. Rare things in this colony. Appreciation of...
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thought... Does that strike you as a response? Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are.
Yeah, huh? On my way. Where are we headed?
Searching for repair bay.
External
Error.
Skylinex says,
Navigation
cheap
system
viewers
failed.
I
streamboot.com,
could probably fix
remove the
that.
space. EXW 27T. Nightbot
That's not
says,
bad work, ma'am.
external
Navigation
Skylinex dash a what?
systems
Did you
operational.
think I was gone forever? Blacklisted spam.
Spacer's choice
Warning.
reminds all colonists that serving the space.
Where are we headed? Not a peep for me.
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this... French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French! Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn. There is little more important than such a precious, rare text. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to... Please. As if... Nothing... But that... You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of you... Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counsel. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. Oh, I'm fairly competent. Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my seminary days. Of course, I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. But instead... It's the journal of one of the originators of the Philosopher's School of Thought, though it would be more than a century before it was Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OS. But most of that came later. Bakonu had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied. Most laypeople are not aware of this, but we've not discovered... I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. And that's the law.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery. I shall see you on the ship, Captain. Whenever... I'll meet you on the ship when you're ready.
I don't have time for this.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Here we go!
Machado, señor Rick.
Rick Gaming Diesel says, Mata a Jazi. Rick Gaming Diesel says, Metalo.
No. ¿Quién es este? ¿Por qué corre?
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a... Only thing unscrewed around here is... You, on the other hand, you were a sight to... I'm great. No? I may have bartered them a few boxes of... I don't know. The vital processes. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must... I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to... I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the Botanic. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers.
Pues sí, señor Rick.
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
Estoy con mods. Está muy bien. Muy interesante. Y esto con carácter. Por si no te habías dado cuenta. Ya le roban los oros. Estaba entre jugar esto o el Cyberpunk 2077. Y como este han sacado un segundo, pues le di a este. Vale, tengo que ir para allá, que está a 400 metros. Mira, este no lo vi. ¿No hay merodeadores aquí? Ah, no, es que por aquí ya está. Esa es la central eléctrica que ya entré.
Get ready.
No, pero esto me sirve. Está maldito todos. ¿Dónde está el que había en la entrada? Ah, por aquí. A ver, puntos de talento. Pistola ya lo tengo al máximo. Podría subir pirateo o cerrajería. ¿Viste? Bueno, por fin. Definitivamente por aquí no está. Hay alguien por ahí. ¿Qué? ¿Crees? Entonces ya, vale. Para esto tengo que escoger también. Ah, mira. La cola del cánido.
Room is quick. Nice one.
¿Hay alguien más? Habría jurado que escucharé a alguien más. Ay, por Dios.
Something you need?
Ay, claro, que hay un señor por aquí, en algún lado.
Not today. Just helping this lady.
I could really go for some self-tuna.
Beats working at the cannery.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the space. Hey, I earned that fancy. The rate I've been working, I'm bound to earn a promotion. Must be about 50, 60 burials away from associate in humor. Got a knack for being discreet-like? Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury them. 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He just is. Look. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. You'll... Yeah? You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, but you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20... Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Former people, yeah. Marauder's been raiding my grave. Oh no. They are after the most precious loot. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
Tú no has visto una hija.
Something you need? Yeah, huh? Yeah, huh?
Friend of mine died a couple weeks.
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
Something to report? We pay by the finger. Geatrum. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. He was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. I'll just need your signature here. Mabel Burgess. Age 37. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Still one outstanding bounty. If you... Here we are. Bertie Cotton. Cause of death. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we... Well, that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint ink. You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify. Marauders are folk who lost the will to keep working, wandered out into the wilds and gave it... Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn Marauder. None of them get... Everybody likes Adrenatime. It is the finest medical drug ever developed by Spacer's Choice. Much better than that crap anti-Cleopatra. Sure, a little too much Adrenatime can bring out the violent animal in you, but if overdosing on Adrenatime turns you into a loon, says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of Adrenatime. What's on your mind? I've got nothing on my...
Something you need?
Wish we had some better rations.
At least you got your health. Lee. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Here, take my fees. I'm never getting that medicine, so I may as well buy myself a grave.
You're safer inside the walls.
What's on your mind? Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you... Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. If you're not familiar with board law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Eugene wasn't family. Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. When one of your workers commits a crime, in other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have... Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly... What's on?
I kept my own hair. But that seems real good disinfectant.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. No, thank you. That's quite all right. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet space. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and burial in the unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber... Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect... Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my... Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own saving. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything...
Something...
Lovely to see you about, Miss Par...
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her...
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when... Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can... Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great... Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. All right. Maybe... Look. You run into any Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room. That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
Where are we headed? When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see. The war. The coming apocalypse. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. That's right. That's what I've been saying. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolent... when the swarms of mechanic... I've been gathering... in the... You did? Well, colored... You're a passing canteen... Sharp, ain't it? Unofficial. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess the... Mick...
think
You're not a big drinker, are you?
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
What can I do for you? Oh? You may think that, but whether you're showing up... Go ahead. The plagues come at us. I wouldn't... Fever, chills, fatigue, ache... Whatever it may be, I have developed my own palliative. Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat... Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours. Edgewater has been good to me. I consider I am never... As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, what can I do for you? You know about Eugene? How? Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor... That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the... I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body. And...
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fee. I'm sure that I have no... Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature, and an eye... Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. What can I do?
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work. Yeah? Well, yeah. Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene, the night we were supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his... When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. Let me know if you run into reliable work from a freelancer. Abernathy was sick with the What? No. If I knew it, I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. And I'll...
Bring us on. Feast your eyes, soldier. This here's a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing you. You ever want to see him? I bang up works. I would.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another. Got anything in you besides... No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Thank the Eternal. Wait. Queen of the Marauders, huh? If you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan... She was lazy and thoughtless, but she still... What? Over in the hothouse.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks. And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back. I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is... I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Great. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with... I'd heard some outlaw...
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know... Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe. You pretty much did my job for me. At least, let me know if I can...
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands. Fresh off the lip.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies. Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery. Yeah. In the bar? Sorry. Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me... Well, never mind that. I'm...
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you, ha?
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait.
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical... I'll take all the help I can get. You ever heard of...
Those are good. My dad kept a copy.
I know the... No... Look, I appreciate... Well... Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back... 2 whole data pads? What? I owe them... I mean...
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this...
Where are we headed? He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, ask... I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, if he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
I always wanted to play Canales. Mr. Thompson said to talk with Miss McDevitt before doing anything here?
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it. No, dear. The garden belongs to us. The soil around the Vale went sour years ago. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love. A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil. It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes the home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. Reed Thompson? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? I can't say I blame you. Reed is positively soporific. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own... He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their life. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down. Workers desert in droves. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed... I trust you will listen.
Yeah, huh? 3 switches. That'll be easy enough. Something you need? Okay, keep them quiet.
Self-diagnostics complete. It's not the best choice. Hostile actions towards Spacer's choice mechanics are incompliant. Affirmative.
Just 2 more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale?
No, just leave me alone. No, just leave me alone. Go away, Phantom. No, just leave me alone. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from... Most people? But I'm the only one left. No. Remember your first... See? Clear... Hard to say. By my reckoning... Oh, Higgins has been many... I've come... Look. You know, I just... Yeah, there's a Oh. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. I special.
Eso, esto sí me viene a bajarlo por aquí. Ya mañana averiguaré dónde cojones. ¿Dónde cojones paso al otro lado? En fin. Chao, no va a tocar.
Geatrum says, channel by. Geatrum says, channel by.
Se hace más, se hace el bote y no para.
Geatrum says, channel by. Geatrum says, channel by.
Mañana más y mejor. Yo mañana haré directo el TGO. Porque, bueno, ya toca. Si es que ha terminado el mantenimiento. Porque la última vez, o sea, antes cuando me he puesto en directo estaba todo el mantenimiento. Así que, en fin, supongo que sí, que ya terminado.